The Dunvegan's back there, and I'm just walking right down to the old course. That in front of us is the R&A. It's a little golf shop. We got a nice little picket fence here as we're walking down. You can see the 18th green here at the old course. And then the 18th green, right next to it, is the first tee. We're getting closer here to the R&A. As we come down, I'm still walking. Little golf shop. There's the R&A. Nobody gets in the R&A. But I think I got a connection. Get in there at least for lunch or some drinks or something like that. This is the first tee over here. You see some people up there getting ready to hit. Most people take caddies. So this is the old course. They think back in the 1400s, well, at least the 1400s they know of. They've been playing golf here. It was the only golf course for several hundred years. And this is it. Here's the lining along the 18th hole. The real estate there goes for a fortune. So here's the first and the 18th. The fairways join together. Okay, and here's the R&A. See if we can take a peek inside. See if we can see anything inside there. I don't know if there's anything inside the R&A. No, you really can't see much. So, there's no clubhouse. You just kind of come over to this little starter shack. This is where you give them your 150 pounds. Is it 150 pounds?
150 pounds.
Yeah, American, that's like 230, 240. But worth every pence.
Worth every penny, yeah.
Worth every pence. Are you smiling in there?
No, Joe's never smiles.
No, you're going to be on YouTube. You're going to be a new sensation. How's it looking today? Anything available later?
Yeah, there's loads. How many do you want?
Is there? Really?
Yeah.
Around when? What time?
Well, how many people have you got?
2 or 3?
Let's see.
Too many? Just one?
You have to see what Rod's list is like.
Okay. So right around the corner from the R&A, we're walking right up to the British Golf Museum, where we're going to go inside and take a look at some clubs from way back, from the 1400s. So I'm crossing the road not looking. Hopefully nobody's going to bang into me. There it is. Okay, we're walking into the British Golf Museum. And this is free museum week. Got a nice little gift shop. Here's a nice statue of Old Tom. Look at that. Let's go see what he looks like up close. Old Tom Morris, original keeper of the green. We're going to go on our tour and I'll show you a few other things. These are the earliest clubs from the game. Look at these babies. And a very early golf ball made out of wood. Think it's tough to hit ours now? I'll try hitting a wooden one. And then we get to some of these. Down around 1860. This one made by Willie Parks. It's made by Tom Morris in 1865. Tom Morris Jr., his driver from 1870. An iron, and look at all these old clubs. Wow. This one right here by Harry Vardon. I'm going to read this to you. Golf from 1457 to 1680. In 1457, King James II of Scotland banned golf and football on grounds that were keeping his subjects from their archery practice. The ban was repeated in 1471 by James III and in 1491 by James IV for the same reason. 1457, banning golf. Oh goodness. Further down it says, in Scotland, disapproval of golf was not unique to Parliament. From the 1560s onwards, both burgh councils and kirk sessions throughout Scotland made statutes banning games including golf, especially during sermons and on the Sabbath. Fines, loss of office, or even imprisonment could be the punishment for a repeat offender. I know some golfers who should be put in prison for the way they play. Terms from early days of golf. The term golf appears in the first written reference to the sport, the Act of Parliament of 1457, and has survived in this form to the present. However, spelling was not standardized in English until the 19th century and is reflected in this term and others appearing in a variety of forms. Here's King James II, the first guy to ban golf. He's turning in his grave now, I bet. The first golfing societies, 1744, the Gentlemen Golfers of Edinburgh. Next, in 1762, Dublin Golf Club. Next, in 1773, the Edinburgh Golfing Society. Fraserburgh Golf, 1777, and Crail Golfing Society, 1786. I played Crail. The rules of the game. The first known rules of the game date from 1744 and were formulated for the annual challenge for the Edinburgh Silver Club. Four other societies, aside from the Honourable Company, issued their own rules of golf between 1754 and 1786. They varied in size and content from 6 rules for Crail in 1786 to 22 rules for Aberdeen in 1783. In 1754, St. Andrew's rules were, with one exception, a repetition of the 1744 Honourable Company Code. Check out these clubs from the early, mid-18th century, so around 1850. The Royal Troon Collection. This is the oldest set of golf clubs known to man. Check these puppies out. I've got a short spoon here from around 1780. These from about 1840s. From these clubs anywhere from 1810 to 1830. These from about 1835 to 1849. This one, 1859, by Alan Robert. And here's some feathery golf balls. Wow. These are all worth a fortune. Goodness, goodness. And some more clubs here.
Robertson made feather golf balls in the kitchen of his house at the corner of the Links and Golf Place, just up the road from where you are standing. He was often assisted by Tom Morris and Lang Willie, an old caddy. The leather for the casing of the ball was cut into 3 pieces, 2 round ones for the ends of the ball and a piece for the middle. The leather was soaked in alum and water to soften it. The pieces were then stitched together with a small hole being left through which the feathers would be inserted. The casing was then turned outside in so that only smooth seams were showing on the exterior of the ball. At least a top hat full of boiled geese or chicken feathers was used to fill the ball. First, wooden stuffers were used, then the sharp point awl. As the casing filled up, it became increasingly difficult to insert the feathers, and it was necessary to use large awls with chest braces. After the last feathers were inside, The hole was sewn up. When finished, the ball was given 3 coats of paint. It was hard work. Usually a ball maker could make only 3 or 4 feather balls in a day.
The first Open Championship. In 1860, the Prestwick Golf Club decided to hold a tournament for professionals, and they purchased the challenge belt for 25 pounds. The first tournament was not, in fact, an open competition. It was for professionals only, and it was by invitation. However, this is now recognized as the first Open Championship. It was played on October 17th, 1860 at Prestwick. It was played over 36 holes in a single day. It was won by Willie Park, who we see right here. Take a look at all these odd-shaped golf clubs. You think we come up with ideas now? Check these out. Even back then they were trying whacked out things. And you think Sun Mountain had the first carry bag? Look at this carry bag. Walter Hagen won the Open 4 times, 1922, 24, 28, and 29, more than Bobby Jones, who won it 3 times. There's a little statue of Walter Hagen. There is the driver he used in the 1923 Open to win. Here's a little expedition with Walter Hagen playing Joe Kirkwood. And here's a club that Walter Hagen used. And you think TaylorMade came up with the first white driver. Here's one from 1938. White shaft, white head. There's a little replica of a shop. Ochterlony's where they used to make golf clubs.